Don't let Obama disarm America. That's what we'll talk about at lunch today. By the way, happy President's Day. Obama has proposed the most horrible cuts in America's strategic missile defense. He wants a cut of 80% below levels that are basically a quarter of what they were at the Cold War level. That means the U.S. will have a nuclear arsenal smaller than that of China. Now, the problem is that as Obama is trying to cut back the number of warheads, anti-missile technology is taking leaps and bounds, particularly when they start deploying it in outer space. And if you have 200 or 300 warheads, you can't be sure any of them are going to get through the anti-missile screen. The only way to overwhelm the missile screen is by quantity, by having 6,000 or 7,000 warheads and some decoys and everything else. And enough will get through to constitute a serious deterrent. Look, do the math. World War I was 1914 to 1918. And then 21 years later, World War II broke out, 1939 to 1945. It's now been 67 years since the end of World War II. What kept the peace, although we had Vietnam and Korea and a bunch of other wars, but what kept there from being a global World War III with hundreds of millions of casualties? Nuclear weapons. It was the threat of deterrence, that if there were ever a serious shooting war between the superpowers, that would go nuclear and the world would be blown up. We're sacrificing that deterrence if we follow Barack Obama's advice. I mean, his ultimate legacy to America, he's a one-term president, but his ultimate legacy to America may be a totally disarmed nation. So we have to stop him. Now, there should be cuts in the defense budget. It should not be sacrosanct and ignored in the round of spending cutting. And I believe that Panetta's proposing those, and I think it can run several hundred billion over a 10-year period. But do not cut our nuclear arsenal by 80%. That is just irresponsible. Now, it is President's Day, so on a lighter note, I wanted to urge you to travel with Dubs to Washington. You know, on President's Day, it's a nice holiday, kids have off from school and all of that. But I think it would be neat to sit down with your children and really explain who these presidents were. Thomas Jefferson. All men are created equal, Jefferson wrote in the Declaration of Independence's most famous quote. If people are equal, can it possibly be that dogs are too, especially me? And there you see Dubs, and there's his little tennis ball there. Kids try to find the ball in each of the photos. So you can get that at dickmorris.com or at amazon.com. Dubs goes to Washington. Thanks a lot.